Mmm. Hi. Good to see you again. Very good to see you. Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about the fact that it's taken again like 3 months since the last. Because it's getting ridiculous and just sad, and not even really worth mentioning. Um, but by the very fact that I even say anything right now means that I'm mentioning it, and so what does that mean for this? I'm going to keep doing this thing. You may get one. You may get 4 episodes a year, I guess. But that's just. And you know what? Again, I'm not going to worry about it. You don't care about this. You don't care how the cheese is made. You just care that the cheese is delicious, right? I mean, that's the way I think of it. I like cheese. It's delicious. Um, so I went to KU, University of Kansas in Lawrence, Kansas, the other night, and gave my presentation from Cowboy to Astronaut yet again. Probably going to be one of the last times that I give that presentation. It's kind of, I don't know, the more I give it, the less sense it's starting to make to me. It's like the story's kind of disjointed and it's not making sense, and so I think it's time to move on. I was really kind of confirmed this was the Q&A afterwards, and not always the Q&A after the presentation, because I mean that's always the same type of stuff. Really, I actually should make a whole separate video just for that, and kind of give that out, because there are questions that always get asked. Question number one is always, what applications do you use to make the things that you make? And that's always a pretty obvious question. Photoshop, Illustrator, After Effects, Keynote, those things. I don't know. I think I just need to make like a video, frequently asked questions, and not really be snarky and just go to my website and look at it, but just, I don't know, because it's just one more thing that I need to do, right? Anyway, what really got me going was the questions and answers after the question and answers, which after the meeting was over, and there were just the few people who were just, whether it was the officers of the ad club or just people who just wanted to know more or whatever, we all got to talking afterwards, and we got to talking about kind of how I got my start in the business, and I ended up telling my whole story, and I won't go into that now because well, you'll see. But it worked. It was really good, and to me, that 5 minutes that I kind of glossed over and gave the quick little top line thing was so much more valuable to that group of people. I felt just by looking at their faces, than the whole hour that I talked before, which confirmed to me that I needed to kind of boot the Cowboy Astronaut thing, because I just don't think it's working anymore. But I am working on something else. I've been working on it for a while. I've been working on writing a book entitled "How to Fake Your Way into Advertising." Is the working title, might be what I call it, and it is. It's my story. It's how I got into the business, and what I did to get where I am today. I took a very unorthodox route. I never was a design student. I never took any advertising classes. Basically, I just kind of bullshitted my way into the business. Got my foot in the door, and that was the story I told. And I've been working on this book, and I want to turn that into a presentation. And the book's been good. It's stop and start. Just kind of like working on it whenever I've got time. Kind of like doing these. Just do it whenever I've got time. And I'm thinking that maybe my approach to that is backwards. Maybe I need to do the presentation first, because I make this new presentation, and then that can kind of serve as an outline on how to finish this book, because that was, that's the other part of it, is I'm really not exactly sure what this book is becoming or what it is. It's just like I sit down and I start writing, and I think it's going along okay, but is it cohesive? I don't know. Now's not the time to know. If I edit as I go, I'll never get the whole thing finished. I just need to write. But I think maybe if I do the presentation first, then I'll have a better idea of what it is that I'm trying to say, and then I'm wasting less time just spinning my wheels and just getting things done. It's a good idea all around. Always have a plan for what you're trying to do. Well, no, that's not even true. Don't always have a plan for what you're trying to do, because sometimes you've just got to make things that you just don't know what they're going to be. And sometimes that works out great for you, and sometimes not so much. But that's all right. That's a whole talk for another time, and as well as something else that just popped into my head that I'm just not even going to get into today because well, for one thing, I'd like to have another video to make later on down the line. Keep this puppy rolling and beating a dead horse for as long as I can. Really, I just wanted to pop in and say, hey, it's been a while. So just came up here. Oh, and doing it on the iSight camera. Another one of the reasons why I haven't really done anything lately is because I sold my other video camera a little prematurely. I was wanting to get one of those great new SLR cameras that have the high definition video in it, and it started with me early in the summer selling my SLR camera, then realizing that the camera that I wanted to buy hadn't even made it to market yet, and I was like, well, damn, did that a little early. And so then I felt like I was close to getting enough money up to buy this camera, sold the video camera, only to find that the camera that I want is so back ordered everywhere that it's going to be a couple, and I still don't have the money altogether for it yet. So really, I'm just kind of cameraless. So I'm using the iSight, and it's kind of more of a back to basics thing, but that's okay. It's the idea. It's not the execution, right? I mean, that's always the whole thing. A wise man recently said in a slide that I am making, not me, I'm not the wise man, but production value cannot help a bad idea. And so if this is a bad idea and this is a really sucky project for me to work on, at least I'm not wrapping up $1,000 in a camera to make this thing suck. That's encouraging. So it's my favorite time of year. I really love the well, it's officially fall now, and that's good. I like coming out here on this roof garden. It's nice and comfortable. It's a little warm today, but nice ambience. It's a very large blade of grass over here to the side. It's getting ready to poke me in the eye. Well, not really, but it looks like it is. This is all unusable. This is just terrible.